What's up, you guys? This is Divine Hands, and I thank you guys so much for coming to my channel. So, yes, you guys, let's do a collective read to see what's coming in. Today is May the 18th, and we're going to see what's coming in for the week. All right, I hope you guys are doing well. Please like and subscribe and comment below, okay? All right, let's see what's coming in. Let's see what's coming in for the collective. All right. Okay, so I feel like you could be a high priestess, or you could just be tapping into like a deeper knowledge or so, or you could just be getting some psychic hits or so. So maybe you are dreaming, or you just getting little premonition, or you getting visions throughout the day about like I'm hearing like about an episode or so. All right, so maybe you're getting hits on somebody is being, somebody is having like a tantrum or so, or whatever. All right, you are psychically picking up things or so. All right, so you could be very intuitive. All right, so you could just be picking up on outside energy or whatever. All right. Yeah, but spirit is just basically telling you to walk away, or just I feel like, don't let it bother you or so. If you are picking up somebody's negative energy or so, don't take it personal. Walk away from it. If somebody is trying to like cause like some kind of negativity to come towards your way or whatever, just know to walk away from that energy. All right. I also feel like somebody could be walking away from something. All right. You could be walking away from something, or someone else could be walking away from something. All right. So let's see why the Eight of Cups. All right. So somebody could just be a little bit upset because you're walking away from something. All right. So this could be like with the emperor, or I feel like you're not just focusing on that, you're focusing on getting yourself together, your independence or so, for the most part. All right, so I feel like if somebody is feeling some type of way, I feel like you're not taking it personal. You're kind of like focusing on yourself. You feel like, maybe you have like a new endeavor, maybe you want to be like independent or so. All right, so maybe you're walking away from like, maybe you have like a partnership and you're walking away because you feel like, I just want to be single at this time. Like maybe at this time you just want to focus on yourself. You want to kind of be independent. Maybe you are mainly dependent on this person. But I feel like you're walking away from that. All right, so this could also just be walking away from like being codependent and just being independent, just with anything. Yeah, I just feel like you're just thinking about just being independent. You're also thinking about like you want to have control over a situation. All right, maybe now you feel like you don't have control over your finances, or you just don't feel like you have control over anything in your life, and you feel like the one thing that you can have control over is your independence or so. All right, doing something on your own. This don't necessarily have to be like a relationship or being single. You could just feel like, you know what, I don't want somebody to work with me on a project. I just want to do this by myself. Maybe you feel like you could be more creative or so. All right, or if this is like a relationship, you feel like you want to walk away because you feel like you can't be yourself. You feel like you have to just, be somebody that you're not, and you're tired of that. All right. Yeah, you feel like, you don't want a third party. You feel like maybe somebody want to reconcile with you. Maybe you feel like you don't want to reconcile. Maybe you feel like, you know what? I'm also getting that one song. I'm hanging in my closet. What is that song by Eminem? And he be talking about his mom. All right, I forgot the name of the song. All right, something about closet. All right, so I feel like you just want to be more independent. Maybe you just feel like you don't want people in your business or so. All right, you don't want to know what people, you don't want people to know what you got going on. All right. I'm also hearing like self reliant. All right, so you feel like you want to be self reliant, like you don't want to be codependent. I feel like there's nothing wrong with being codependent if you both have a plan and it's working for you guys. But maybe you don't have that option and you just feel like, you know what, you need to focus on like the future, on how to be independent. Or so maybe you feel like you need another career. Maybe you feel like you need to be better with your finances. You are just making a major change, and I feel like you're a boss. I feel like you're a leader. I also feel like when you start something, other people are going to follow after you. So you could just be like downsizing, like maybe you're the type where it's just like, you know what, you want to wear Gucci all the time. Maybe you feel like, you know what, I can't wear Gucci no more. All right, maybe you feel like you have to shop at like a maybe you feel like you have to go to like Farfetch or so, like pre-owned items or so. Or maybe you just feel like, you know, right at this time being, in order for you to get yourself back on track, you need to like really buckle down and take control over your life or so. Maybe you feel like you want to lose weight and you feel like your weight is out of control. Maybe you feel like, you know what, I have to take control over like what am I eating? What am I putting into my body? I just feel like you want to take control over a situation. Maybe something is out of hand and you're just walking away from like a negative mindset of just like, you know, you're walking away from like worry, anxiety, depression, you know, procrastination. You just feel like you're walking away from all that negative energy and you're focusing on something more solid, such as like focusing on yourself for the most part. Yeah, I just feel like you feel like you're working on yourself, like you're maturing. All right, maybe in the past, like every weekend, every Friday, you would go out and party and drink away your check. Or maybe you're the type where it's just like every Friday you about to buy the new J's or you about to go get your hair done. I feel like there's nothing wrong with getting your hair done, but you feel like you're on a budget. All right. So maybe in the past you used to go to get your hair braided, but now it's like you are learning how to braid your own hair or so. Or if you're a fella, maybe it's like you're used to go getting a haircut, but it's like now you feel like maybe you want to just dress, maybe you just want to get dressed, just grow your hair out. You know, maybe you want to learn how to cut hair or so. Like I feel like you're really focusing on your finances and you're if this is a relationship, I feel like you're really focusing on like, you know, if you are connected to someone, you're focusing on how to be independent in other ways. All right. Yeah, I feel like, you know, at one point you were like hanging on to the past, like, oh, woe is me, like that happened to me in the past, or whoa, I wish I could have did this in the past, or I wish this situation. It's like you're getting over that and you're walking away from like woulda, coulda, shoulda, and you're focusing on like what can I do now? How can I change now? How can I be a better person? You know what I'm saying? How can I um organize myself to be independent or so. All right, so that's what's up. I mean, it's Sunday, start of the week, focusing on how to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everybody else is focusing on, like, I mean, other things, you know what I mean? But you're focusing on, like, you know, where am I going to be the next 5 years? You know what I'm saying? Where am I going to be? Who am I going to be? You know what I'm saying? How is my finances going to be? How is my health is going to be? How is me and my partner going to be? Like, you know, maybe you're sitting down with your partner and you're talking to them like, you know what, this is where I want to be in the next few years. And if this person is just like, you know what, I don't want to do that, you know, maybe you want to buy a house or maybe you just want to invest or something. And you telling your partner like, hey, I got this goal, and I feel like, you know, me and you are together. I see you in my future, so maybe we can come together and do this. Maybe this person just like, I don't want to do that, and I don't know how our relationship is going to be, but they're not really thinking about the future. So maybe you just like, you know, it's sad to say it, but it's like you like, okay, well, I have to just to do what's best for me, and maybe you feel like you want to be in a better tax bracket. Not just basically saying like it's because you want to be like put it in people's face like, oh, I make this type of money. No, it's like maybe you want to be comfortable. Maybe you have children. Maybe you want your children to go to a private school. Maybe you want your children. Maybe you want to save up money for your children's college or so, and you're just like, you know what? I gotta start now. You know what I'm saying? I also feel like you're also getting this nudge is because your ancestors are like on your back. I don't know what's going on now, but a lot of ancestral energy is here. Okay, so I feel like your ancestors could just be putting a nudge on your back, like where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Okay, yeah, you focusing, you investing on whatever this is, but what about the future? What about future? Do you want to be like this same situation that you're in the next year or so, or the next few years? I feel like you're just really like thinking about like the future. All right, so that's what's up. Okay, I mean it's May, it's June, almost summer. It's about to be fall. So by the time you know it, it'll be like the winter time, and you're just thinking about like, you know what I mean? Time wait for nobody. Closed mouth don't get fed. If you don't plan, you plan to fail. Okay? And that is something that my dad always tell me. If you don't plan, you plan to fail. And he's a Virgo. I feel like Virgos are very strict. Okay? They feel like Virgos, like me personally, I have Virgo on my chart, and I feel like Virgos, people misunderstand Virgos because they always think Virgos are snooty, but Virgos are the workers, and I feel like Virgos like to live a certain type of life. They're very particular about like how they live their life, what they put into their body, and everything. They're very sensitive. I feel like physically wise, I feel like they're very sensitive. So if their energy is out of whack, if their money is out of whack, if their career is out of whack, they're gonna go into like a mini kind of like I don't want to say depression, but their stress levels are gonna be on a high, all time high, and I feel like you know nowadays stress is very common, and we have to think about like our health, okay? And the older we get, the lesser we don't want to stress. You know what I'm saying? So if you plan now and work now, you won't have to work harder in the future, and you can put less strain on your body. That's why when our parents tell us like, okay, go to school in your 20s, go to school in your 30s, go get that career when you're young, because when you're older, you want to be able to kick back and just like relax, because you don't want to put that extra stress on your body when you get older. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you want to have children, like you know what I mean? Maybe you want to have more children, and you're just like, I can't put all the stress on my body, so I have to like set my life around where I can have like an easier life, okay? So yeah, okay. I like y'all. I really mess with y'all because the average person would be talking about like love. Ain't nothing wrong with love readings. I love them because we want to know what's popping, what the love department. But at the same time, like everything is not about love, man. Like we have hobbies, we have goals, we have, things. Yeah, okay, so something is very toxic around you. Okay, the devil is here in reverse. And now when the devil card comes up in reverse, I think about like addiction, habits, you know what I'm saying? So maybe you're thinking about the situation because maybe you have a habit that you want to kick. This could be anything. Maybe you drink a little bit too much. Maybe you eat a little bit too much. Maybe you smoke. Maybe you have a substance abuse. Maybe you have like a shopping addiction. Maybe you just have something that's very negative. You do something obsessive. Okay, and maybe that's why you're thinking about the long run, because maybe I feel like when this card comes out, this is like a realization, like you're doing too much. Okay, I'm also getting that phrase with Cash Doll when she say, "Oh, you doing too much." No, you doing. Oh, you not doing enough. So it's like somebody could be like, "You're doing too much. You're overly focused on work. You're overly focused on the future, and you're thinking to yourself like, this is nothing. Like, I'm not doing enough." Or the person that is saying this, they're not doing enough. Okay, so somebody could be observing you and they could be like, they overly thinking about the future. They always, you know what I'm saying? They're very nervous about, like, yeah. I feel like this person is just very toxic because it's like, this is the type of person where it's like, they don't want to help you. They don't support you at all whatsoever. They don't support you. Maybe. Okay, so let's see. I also feel like it's because, maybe now that you're thinking about it, you think about like, maybe you don't have support right now. And you're thinking about the future and you're just like, man, if I don't have support now, I really, you know what? Times change, energy changes, you know, down the long run. So right now you could be in a lack. You may not have that much support. But in the future, I feel like you are going to have support. But it's like maybe you're thinking about the future. You just think, I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't have support now. What about the future? Like, what about the future? Like, all right, let's see what else, you guys. Let's see what else is going on, you guys. Let's see what else. Okay, so let's get the advice. Okay, let's get the advice. I hope you guys are doing well. It is so beautiful today. I think I'm gonna get up out of here. Maybe do like some yard work or so. I think I'm gonna take you guys with me. All right. Okay, so it's a King of Swords in reverse. So this person is really toxic. They don't want to help you at all. Like, this is the type of person where it's like, while they're in your energy, it's two people. It could be somebody that's a player, and it could be somebody that is just, they got a fly mouth. Like, they talk trash, okay? Like, this type of person where it's like, if you heard what they say about you in the background, you would be like, this, I don't want to say, but you'll be appalled. And I also feel like there could be an energy where they're a player. Somebody want to come back around you, they're a player. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's two energy. I don't know why they're in your energy if they don't want to support you. Like, you could be thinking about, like, oh, I'm trying to think about how I'm going to get this money. And they'd be like, huh? I'm trying to think about how I'm going to get this money by tomorrow. Like, you really thinking about, like, the future. And, like, somebody's not hearing you. Like, they really, like, they're not supporting you at all whatsoever. So, like, this type of person was like, they're like, okay, I want to go out and kick it. Let's go out and have drinks. And you're like, okay, that's cool, but I got to study for this test I got to take. And this person was like, oh, you could do that tomorrow. Like, and this person is not going to support you. Deep down inside, behind closed doors, this person talks mad trash about you. Or this could just be somebody that just want to get in your pants. If you're a lady, this is the type of person where they just want to, I'm hearing hit it and quit it. This person is not even worth it. So just be mindful of people that is coming into your energy. It is the summertime and the freaks come out, okay? Everybody in Miami is single now and they could be married or in a relationship, okay? Yeah, I feel like, um, I feel like, okay, let's see. Let's see what the advice is. Let's see what the advice is. I also feel like somebody doesn't want you to move forward. They don't want you to progress. It's also getting like haters. It's also giving me like they smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers, backstabbers. So this person is the type of person where it's like they want to be your friend, but low key down inside, like this person is mad hating on you. Yeah, like this person, they just want to get in between your legs. I wouldn't do it. Take it easy. I feel like when you do be around this person, and this person is trying to get physical with you, or if this is a feminine energy and they coming around you and they want to get physical with you, just tell them like chill out. Like that's not about to fly. Like yeah, I feel like you are emperor. Like this person is like a gesture. So I feel like if it was back in the day, and this person was in like royalty and a royal times, I feel like this person would be a jester. This is the type of person where it's like they entertain you. I don't even think this person is like a serious type of person. I feel like you're more serious than them. You guys could also come from like two different bloodlines. Like maybe you come from like a very royal bloodline. This person comes. I'm not trying to talk about this person, but this person could come from like a bloodline of gestures. Like they're the type of person where it's like they entertain people. You know, like the type of person where it's like they watch a lot of television, they watch a lot of social media, so they're into that whole thing. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like you are the type where it's like, you want to create businesses, you want to create legacies. Like this type of person where they watch you on TV or they come to your store to shop, okay? So I don't feel like you guys are on the same level. I just feel like maybe at this time, maybe you want some kind of entertainment. I feel like, I wouldn't go for it because being attached to this type of person is just like going to bring down your down. It's going to be your downfall. I also feel like you be around this person is because you're lonely. You could be a little lonely. I'm also getting like it's lonely at the top. Okay, so it's like yeah, you are very successful and you have all this going on, but at the same time, like you feel like you could be lonely at times, so you run into like the opposite energy. And I also feel like this person don't got no money. Like they don't have no money. I also feel like you're just thinking about lack right now. You don't see who you are. Like on the outside, you may look at yourself like, I'm this. I could be better. I could be this. And then somebody else is looking at you like, you got it. You doing good to me. Alright, so I feel like you don't see who you truly are from the outside. Yeah. I feel like people that are close to you, they see who you are, but you don't see who you are. And I feel like, you are very good at manifesting. Like, this is from day one since you were a kid. Like, you were very good at manifesting. So I feel like, yeah, like, you're never alone. Like maybe your spirit guides isolate you because they're trying to get you in order. Like I feel like you are a leader to everyone else. Like people may not call you a leader, but you are. You're Aries. I feel like most Aries have like that boss like energy. All right. So let's get the advice and we'll get up out of here. One card for the collective. Okay, so it's a regret. Why is this regret here? What? Why is the Four of Cups in this head? Oh, I also feel like, there's just somebody in your energy, like, you just got a lot of people from the past. It's the summertime. Things are starting to heat up, so people want to just be attached to you. So just be mindful of that. I'm also getting, like, energy vampires. People want to be around you just to get some good energy. They know that you're good at manifesting. Maybe you're good with, like, hoodoo or stuff like that. So this person could want to come around you. Also, I'm also smelling like cigarettes. So this person could really, this person could smoke cigarettes. Alright. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Bye.